Back on SportsCenter with breaking news from this morning. Our Shams Charania reporting LeBron James has made it official. He's opting into his $52.6 million player option with the Lakers for this season. When LeBron returns to the court, he'll be the first player in league history to play 23 seasons. LeBron also turns 41 on December 30th. But that's just the first part of this story. LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, leaving the door ever so slightly ajar to LeBron potentially moving on from the Lakers. Paul telling Shams, quote, "We understand the difficulty in winning now while preparing for the future. We do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage of his life and career. He wants to make every season he has left count, and the Lakers understand that, are supportive, and want what's best for him." More Lakers news. Shams reporting Dorian Finney-Smith has opted out of his player option. He'll become a free agent this offseason. The Lakers coincidentally traded for Finney-Smith the day before LeBron turned 40. Shams will join with more details on all these moves impacting LA at the top of the hour right here on SportsCenter. Thank you, Shay. But first, we've got breaking news here on SportsCenter involving somebody on the NBA Mount Rushmore. We welcome in senior NBA insider Shams Charania. And Shams, 5 p.m. today, the deadline for players or teams to exercise options. One of those players with a decision to make is LeBron James. What more can you tell us?
Phil, LeBron James is opting in to his nearly $53 million player option for the 2025-2026 season. So what we do know is he will be playing a record 23rd NBA season. Still not sure whether he's going to play one more season or he has multiple years left. But I'm told he wants to compete for a championship next season. And he is uncertain about the Lakers roster moving forward. And my understanding is James is supportive of the Lakers positioning themselves around Luka Doncic, building for the future. And Rich Paul told me this morning, the Clutch Sports CEO, that the Lakers have been true partners of his and LeBron James for 8 seasons while he's been there. But as we see right there, he also told me the franchise is going to do what's best for them. They understand that they have to do what's best for the long term. And this adds an interesting wrinkle here in free agency. LeBron James is evaluating how he wants to finish his career.
That is a lengthy statement there from Rich Paul, and we know Luka's eligible for a 4-year extension, August 2nd. So with what you've been told, that statement we've just read, what does it all mean for the Lakers and LeBron moving forward?
The Lakers' perspective is they're doing everything they can to build the team the right way, to try to compete for a championship. We know they're in the center market right now, so you look at centers like Brook Lopez, Clint Capella, Al Horford, all available in the market. They're also dealing with Dorian Finney-Smith. He's got a player option decision, $15.4 million player option. He also faces a deadline later today. So they're doing what they can, but LeBron James clearly is of the mindset that he wants to compete for a championship, and he's going to be monitoring very closely. Are the Lakers going to make the moves that puts them in position to seriously compete in that vaunted Western Conference? And then if not, where do those conversations go? That becomes a subplot of this offseason.
Lakers, the 4 seed last year in the West. LeBron turns 41 in December. A whole lot of numbers to digest and parse through it. Shams, thanks so much for the update. You're with us all morning on SportsCenter as we get more info on this.
NBA front office insider Bobby Marks is with us right now. You just heard Shams and saw that Rich Paul's quote right there about LeBron officially opting into his player option for the upcoming season. Bobby, how can the Lakers upgrade their roster around LeBron James and Luka with the assets they have available?
I mean, I think there's 2 ways to look at it. I think certainly from the free agency perspective and then the trade market. We'll start with free agency here. A lot has to do with that player option of Dorian Finney-Smith. If Smith opts into that contract by 5 p.m., the Lakers will have the $5.7 million tax mid-level exception to go out and try to get a player like Brook Lopez or Clint Capella. If he opts out, that number increases potentially to $14 million. Here we're looking at their trade assets that they have going into the offseason. They're in a good spot with expiring contracts, over $60 million when you look at Rui Hachimura, Maxi Kleber, and Gabe Vincent. They have that 1 first-round pick. Remember where they saw it? They tried to trade that in February. It's either in 2031 or 2032. And they have a 1 player on that rookie contract in Dalton Connect. So it's a little bit of 2 things. It's free agency. The Finney-Smith number plays a big role as far as what they're going to have available. And then, of course, exploring the trade market.
And look, we talk about it all the time. LeBron James being 40 years old, we don't know how much longer he's going to be playing in the NBA. How much pressure does Father Time put on the Lakers as well?
Well, they're almost operating under two timelines, right? Remember, they acquired Luka, who is extension eligible for $229 million on August 2nd. And now they have a player like LeBron James in the last year of his contract with the Lakers here. So you're trying to win now, but you're also trying to set the stage for the future when LeBron James is not on this roster.
Yeah, a good thing, though, that LeBron James and his camp with Rich Paul, they're trying to work things out, and they're all on the same page. Bobby Marks for the latest. Thanks so much.
Welcome back to Get Up. We are coming to you live from our Hudson Square studio. We have tons of football this morning. We have tons of NBA that we're talking this morning. Brian Windhorst here, Bobby Marks here, and a collection that you just will not believe if you're just tuning in. We want to start in the NBA this hour. Windy. Let's start with a windy watch, and let's start in Los Angeles.
Yeah, so Luka Doncic has a really big decision whether to extend his contract with the Lakers coming up. Now, he can't do that for a month until August 2nd, but that doesn't mean the Lakers don't have to get busy, because they're going to, when they go to Luka with that deal, which they hope to get him to sign for 4 years, he may take a shorter contract. They're going to want to have shown him what they've done to improve this roster, specifically to get him a center. That's one of the things he asked for when he got traded there. It was one of the things they did in Dallas, which really helped supercharge that team. The Lakers have got to get to work on that. Also, LeBron James has a decision to make over the weekend. He has until Sunday to decide on his contract option. It's $53 million. Last year in this same position, he opted out of his contract, offered the Lakers to take a pay cut if they could find a free agent to sign. They didn't. This year, no such offer has been made, and the expectation is that LeBron will opt into this deal and take $53 million and his no-trade clause into next season. And then, obviously, we have one more thing, which is the Austin Reeves situation. He turned down a 4-year, $90 million contract extension this week. That was expected. He can sign for more next season when he can become a free agent and probably attract, if he has another good year, Dan, a 9-figure contract.
That's good for him. But in the meantime, the Lakers, nobody made a bigger move than they made during the season when they got Luka Doncic. And as Wendy pointed out, now they got to convince him they're going to build a championship team around him. How do they do that?
Yeah, and Rob Pelinka, their general manager, he was up front, certainly at the deadline after the Luka trade when they tried to go acquire Mark Williams, and that trade was rescinded. And then when they lost in the postseason, he said, look, that's our priority right now. Here's what they have to offer in free agency and the trade market. They had the $5.7 million tax mid-level exception. What does that get you? It could get you a player like maybe Luke Cornett. The market of free agent centers is very shallow. Al Horford is certainly another name. Larry Nance Jr. Certainly Jackson Hayes, who is already there. Precious Achiuwa, Clint Capella. Those are some of your veterans there. Mason Plumlee, as we said. The other thing to focus on is the trade market. They have over $60 million in expiring contracts. Gabe Vincent, Rui Hachimura. They've got a first-round pick in 2031 or 32 to go out and make a deal. It's interesting, yesterday the Lakers sent out cash